Pettiford, a member of the SEC All-Freshman team. The McDonald's All-American, not shy, couldn't hit the three, and Akpara skies for the rebound.
Pace in the half court. If you stand around, you're going to get grabbed. It's going to be hard to move.
Kelly lost it. Pettiford puts it up. Tipped by Johnson, and that gets Auburn another possession. Had very, very close games in the semis.
Emmanuel Sharp was so good yesterday for Houston. 26 points. He was unstoppable.
Pettiford, no. Akpara has it on him. And then Ziegler knocks it away from Broom. Auburn gets it back. Got to get a shot off. Pettiford, no. And Lanier, a great job to come down with a scene last night. You never like to see a play like that have that kind of an impact in the game that it did last night. You feel for Withers. Duke and Louisville coming in the screen by Broom. Pettiford. The lefty off the glass, no. Broom with the offensive rebound.
But how did he grab that? Cade Phillips.
17 for 19 from the line. Midway point of the second half. Pettiford missed it. And a block by Johnson.
What a high-level game this is.
Two of the best teams in the nation looking like it today. Pettiford, no. Lanier wraps it up.
Not often. He is a good finisher around the basket. Very creative.
Has played some of his best games. Has had some of his biggest games against ranked teams. In some of Auburn's biggest games. That would have didn't get it. Missed the shot.
I thought he might try to drive him middle and then spin back to get to his right hand.
Pettiford pulls up for a three. Misses wide right.
Yeah, these aren't the front. He's not getting the job done.
Oh, Murray was not looking for the pass as he cut through the paint. And Padula threw it off his shoulder. And it's a bucket at the other end for Pettiford. Pettiford, one of the 10 semifinalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. Pettiford. It won't go. Around and out. Kept alive by Broom. But David. And it's over to Auburn. Another empty possession for the Rebels.
And a really good defensive possession for Auburn.
Pettiford for three. The lead is not. One team shooting 39%. Auburn, Ole Miss shooting just 26%. Pettiford hit a three recently. Misses this one. And a foul called on Dave.
Really developed this year with that trigger of his. When Cardwell into the game, he's looking for Pettiford. Finds him in a three ball. Good shot from Pettiford. Special. On frozen alley-oop that was picked off by Cardwell.
Cardwell did a great job rotating to that basketball.
Pettiford again. No good. Nelson had it deflected away by Johnson. Pettiford right hand, no good. Look at the battle underneath. It's won by Steve.
Special gift he has.
15 quad one wins. I don't think there's any discussion he should be the national coach of the year for what he did in this league.
Pettiford set his feet, knocked down a three.
So you come and sit next to me, man. You're going to be sitting here. As Bobby Knight said, the greatest motivator of all.
Pettiford high, three, another one for the freshman.
You have to win the line from the play of Grant Nelson.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Pettiford fires another one. He is on fire.
I said, Bruce, how did you get this kid to recruit him? So my assistant, Ira Bowman, is good friends with his dad. That certainly helped. That helped big time. He said, but nobody wants the big schools. So you didn't get that.
Yeah. Broom, Pettiford's been outstanding here in the first half. He's working in the paint. He throws it high up, no good. Johnson with a battle rebound.
Bruce Pearl talk about at halftime. We've got to stay in front of the ball.
Absolutely. You got to do a better job on the offensive board.
Ooh, Sherrill again defensively.
Sherrill, man, Sherrill's in his career was terrific.
Play for Pearl. Pearl reverentially speaks of Lofton. Now Cardwell hands to Pettiford, who fires. And no good. Loose ball and down on the ground again.
Job staying between him and the basket.
Pettiford had a massive first half. Been a little quiet here in the second, but the right-handed floater goes. They're within one.
Right there, baby. See, that's Amore.
Pettiford. Here's the crowd. And Nelson helped. Cardwell offensive rebound. Here's Broom. Takes a deep breath.
Look at Pearl calling those plays with Mike Burgomaster on his hip pocket.
Really good job by Phylon, who was on the ground to get
85. It's a wow.
Bruce Pearl has 2 timeouts as well if he doesn't like what he sees.
3-point game. Pettiford, right hand. Oh, what a soft touch. Boy, play calls. Yeah. Broom finds Pettiford. He was thinking about a 3, then he lost the ball, and he fires one. That's short. He follows it, though. They have plenty of time.
All time against number 1, but an early 8-point lead on senior night. Pettiford tees it up.
Wow, how good is this kid? New Jersey tough. It's interesting they actually recruited Pettiford as a scoring guard, a 2-guard, but he has developed into a very good point guard as well.
Sky Haupt, Pettiford the rebound. Janai Broom is now the 4th player ever with 2,500 points and 1,500 rebounds. Pettiford short. Listen to this company, Jimmy Dykes. Elvin Hayes, Elgin 3-piece suits.
No doubt. Their practice today, you couldn't tell if they lost 4 in a row or won 4 in a row, and that's what good coaches do.
Tahaad Pettiford's 2nd triple. Nearly 2,000 points. Was 10 points shy during his career. Taylor turns it over. Chance for Pettiford. Decides to fire, and that is banked in. Why not? He gave a little Jordan shrugs this season. Pettiford had Broom, couldn't see him. He'll launch a 3, got another one.
And it's a good thing you didn't see. It was almost or possibly a walk by Johnson.
Pettiford again.
That's not the shot Bruce Pearl won.
Unable to get closer.
Tom, remember, Buzz Williams comes in tonight 5-2 against Bruce Pearl in the SEC because of the defense causes problems for how Auburn plays offense.
Tigers have some work to do to get it there. Pettiford says he'll carry the load. He's 5 of 8 from deep. Pettiford.
Wow.
Got it.
Just didn't run offense, just had to make a play. Let's go and take it from him, and that's exactly what they've done.
Auburn fresh off of an SEC championship regular season win Saturday night against Kentucky, and with their rivals from
18 points. Nobody else for Kentucky scored in the last 9 minutes, and Oweh's last basket was the game winner with just a couple of seconds left in a 1-point win for the Wildcats.
Get that. Now, whether he went through the rim.
Pettiford drives and scores. Too easy.
Boy, just a high ball screen. He based
as many as 13.
Ortega Oweh on Miles Kelly now. Oweh with those 2 fouls.
Kelly already was 17. Pettiford, a challenge to Butler, the rebound, but a foul.
Johnson just making Andrew Carr take a really tough 2.
6'7", but plays bigger than that, don't you think?
Because of his length, yes.
Pettiford, the lefty, floats it up and in with the right.
Well, Ortega on the first of a 2-shot. They don't tend to violate after the first one.
That's a good call by you. Thank you. Pettiford, 4-3. Tahaad Pettiford makes it away with one, and it's Auburn ball.
I think it was referred to as unobserved action.
Pettiford, no. Broom had it, but Williams secures it for Kentucky.
Another double-double for Amari Williams. That's 10 on the season.
Broom pokes it away. Baker Mazzara ahead to Pettiford for the slam.
Boy, the turnovers have been an absolute killer.
With your vision and drive, we can illuminate the path to and through college. Because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. The path to your dreams isn't always clear.
Of the game, but a really, really impressive performance by Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. Indisputably the #1 team in the nation with the kind of season that they.
Not our shot. Last 5 seconds. Pettiford, pretty move. The floater, a chance for 3.
Rowdy, what a difference it makes. Now, understand it. And also in league play that same afternoon, you and I and Dick Vitale, Alabama at Tennessee, a 5 versus 6 matchup.
Were you doing commentating back then?
I was not there yet.
He was.
Jimmy,
I was not.
Jimmy, okay.
Pettiford with a little kiss.
Chuck, this last year, Alabama lost their first game on Friday night and went home and went to the Final Four. Tennessee lost their first game and went home and went to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
I'm with you, especially this year.
Fox is a great friend of mine.
Yes, yeah, sure.
When they played in Atlanta, I got a chance to speak to that team. Coach Pope going to do a fabulous job. And you know what? We need Kentucky to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Which is looking for its first ever win against the #1 team in the country. Tahaad Pettiford tracks down the loose ball and fires. And Chad Baker-Mazara stepped on the end line. Exactly the production that he had prior. Injured in his first game with the Lakers. Pettiford left it short on the shot from Kane. I said he was a Rick partner.
That's now 7 offensive rebounds for Auburn. Got to be one and done on this possession if you're Georgia.
Demery able to clean up the glass. And Demery knocked it out of his teammate's hands. It stays with Auburn. Pettiford off balance. Cardwell fights for it, and Kane finds him with a minute 7. Jersey, rated the #2 point guard in America. He had a high school game against Memorial where he went for 43.
And really only 2 scorers on the court right now for Auburn.
This season have come from the top of the key or the right side, none from the left. Pettiford left alone. Can't cash in. Hudson the rebound. Remember, Auburn had only faced 12 possessions of zone all season coming into this afternoon. Georgia unable to.
In one of the other conferences, the ACC, perhaps what their record would be.
There's no denying their talent.
Pettiford hits a 3.
Between these two teams from 3-point range. Wagner misses over Broom. Pettiford, pull-up 3-pointer. Loose ball tracked down from behind the arc. He was 15 for his last 27 from 3-point range coming in. This 3 on the other end by Pettiford.
And you wonder if that can potentially lead to the lack of success of the SEC because of the foul call and being different in the final.
Step back Pettiford, no good in the 3. Long rebound Richmond gets it ahead.
Had to shoot it. The time was going out on the shot clock, but that's not the shot they want from Cliff Amore.
That's his first 3-point attempt of the season. And as Jay said, because the clock was winding down, Pettiford kept it alive, but now it's
Draw help so they can kick it and then play out of it.
They're leaving some points on the line, though. 5 for 9 so far. Pull up by Pettiford is good.
He has got so much game. The lefty.
Alabama practice and see it's kind of an embarrassment of riches in terms of the number of weapons that Nate Oates has at his disposal.
And they're injured, too. I mean, Latrell Wrightsall is out for the season. He went off the down screen.
Misses the 3. Broom the rebound. Pettiford a good look. Amore for the tie. Phylon into the paint. Lost it.
Looked like Broom knocked it away.
Kelly. Pettiford. Follow no good. And Auburn misses an opportunity.
You better be strong taking the ball to the basket in this game. If you look at the official, you're not going to get anything.
Pettiford using the screen from Cardwell. Knocks it down. A long 2 for Tahaad Pettiford.
These balls.
Pettiford gets open. Short. And it belongs to the Tide. Sears again. And the rebound to Kelly.
Boy, Kelly is such a good guard rebounder.
A transition 3 for Tahaad Pettiford. Big time shot. Ball screen Cardwell. Pettiford drives. And another beautifully placed shot off the glass. This time by Tahaad Pettiford. Sets the screen for Pettiford. Flies into the paint and scores again.
Boy, if you're not going to have anybody up at the...
Pettiford driving again with the right hand. Tipped around and Broom.
And those are the shots they have to make. The transfer from Davidson. Huffman's got to be able to knock those down.
Tahaad Pettiford just checked in and delivers with a mid-range.
Well, right now, Auburn's playing advantage of the mismatches.
Huffman's got to throw one up there off the back iron. Baker Mazzara clears. Here comes Pettiford. And the three-pointer is short.
A faster pace, and they come into the basketball game in conference play shooting about 32%, but they can do a nice job of attacking the glass as well.
Pettiford splashes home a triple, and another response. I would agree, and including 2 wins against top 10 teams here in Nashville, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Pettiford short. Broom tries to chase it down.
And nice job defensively, though. Jason Edwards right back out where Auburn is so lethal on the offensive glass.
Pettiford off the screen from Cardwell. Auburn starting to cool off a little bit from distance at Michigan State with a chip on his shoulder. And then he confirmed the notion. He kind of came here to Nashville with a chip as well. And a chance for 4. Tahaad Pettiford.
Great pressure on the ball. Maybe take away some vision.
Aberdeen had no idea Chaney Johnson was running him down from behind. Now Houck, and one thing Florida really wants. Pettiford, one of the most talented freshmen in the nation. And he's had big numbers in their biggest games, and look at that, a 30-footer.
He who hits first is going to be successful.
Aberdeen, a junior, bigger and bigger role every year in this Florida program. The floater by Pettiford, and keep in mind he's a lefter down with it for the Tigers.
Usually those are the threes that really hurt after an offensive rebound and a kick out.
Pettiford way off, but Broom the rebound. Triple team.
Continually when he's in the ball game where they're not pounding the offensive glass.
And not surprisingly for a team that's only lost once, this is the largest deficit of the season for Auburn. Pettiford with a bucket. Pettiford doesn't need a lot of space, does he? One team in the nation down 14 on its home court.
What a nice job by Aberdeen to stay in front of the ball.
Forces Pettiford into a tough shot, and a strong two-handed rebound by and well short. Saved, and Auburn ball. Pettiford. Broom comes up with a loose ball. It's Houck on Miles Kelly.
And Houck is the one that moves his feet the best and is most likely to be able to guard a perimeter player.
Pettiford, a miss from the elbow, and a strong rebound by Chinyelu. Rips it down.
That's a big-time rebound. Chinyelu had inside position.
Pettiford behind the back, now finds Kelly. Pettiford open in the corner. And Broom will... Clayton up, no good. Broom the rebound, but only 20 seconds remain. Pettiford needs a 3. And the rebound down to Clayton, and the Florida
continue to be successful on the offensive end.
Porter Moser told his guys in shoot around today, put a body on somebody and let them know we mean business. We're here to win. Inside, Chaney Johnson off the bench early on for Oklahoma. Pettiford with a little step back, rolls off. Cardwell goes over the back, blocked. As Johnson looking to push it. Pettiford, logo 3. All right, he's feeling it. As Broom is calling for what the freshman fears on him. Now it's Pettiford, 3 ball. That's a team rebound from Oklahoma. He's calling for it. He said, no, let's get that clear out. Here's the double. Gets it off to Pettiford. Straight on. He said, I'll take it. Off the window. Didn't mean. 3 ball. And woo! Johnson crashing the glass. Pettiford, he'll take a try at it. He said, if you don't know, now you... Forsythe was looking for a whistle, didn't get it. And now Auburn looking to run. Pettiford, corner three ball. And behind the play, it went pump fake three. And Moore back in the play with the rebound. Pettiford. And Moore is decked. Foul.
He scored over 1,500 points in his career. Big pickup for Coach Beard at Ole Miss. Shot clock inside 10, little leaner here. And Broom tried to clean it up, gets it back and draws the foul.
Do you think are actually going to heed Coach Pitino's message?
I'm holding a 0 right now. Ole Miss on top by 3 and raining threes. The Auburn here for Ole Miss, the rebounding disadvantage they have had this season. Down to 2 to get off a shot. Pettiford airborne and banks it in.
And went to the opposite hand, went to his right hand, even though he's a left-handed.
27-24. Pettiford running the show. He'll heave it up there and way short. And that one goes out.
A second 1,000-point scorer, climbing the charts here at Ole Miss, but he accepts his role of coming off the bench and providing a spark.
Pettiford went for the backboard, no. Tussle for the rebound, the kick out. Jones is open with the quick dish downstairs. Oh, a difficult angle by Dia. He couldn't finish it. He had a great first half.
One he's going to want back right there. Opportunities like that against this team don't come off.
Man, Pettiford lines up for 3, makes 41%.
Another three-point field goal for the Tigers.
Baker Mazar with 13, stolen away. Jones with the theft, has Pettiford going high for the slam. An electrifying play.
Oh, in case you didn't know,
Bailey had it knocked away. Miles Kelly deflects it. Here's the freshman, Tahaad Pettiford, lays it up and in. So the rookie is off the bench. Just getting started in Baton Rouge. Auburn, 3rd straight week, ranked #1 in the nation. Pettiford for 3. Chris Moore chases it down. So a new 20. You got Chest and Broom going toe-to-toe in the paint. Tahaad Pettiford with the right-hand dribble. Pulls up. That's good. Tahaad Pettiford, fearless rookie out of. They're going to take it any way they can today. LSU, Mark, to your point, they're 53% from the floor. Pettiford can't answer. And Corey Chest, who looked like he had to hoist. Curtis Givens, watched it go down and out. Pettiford quickly to push. Pettiford, a blur, puts it up. Rebound down to Miller. Number foul. He's got 11. 9 seconds to go in the first. Auburn up by 10. This is Pettiford. Sets the feet. That is a pure shot. Quiets down that LSU bench.
His 3rd 3 of the year. And LSU has made some three-point shots. That's their 5th. In league play, they're only averaging a little more than 6.
LSU
and Sears. Period.
So they're +7 here in this second half. A 15-footer goes down and out. New 20. Pettiford. Book it. Tahaad Pettiford. He is the May gets it back to a 9-point game. But Chaney Johnson, he is the versatile X factor off the bench. Step back 3 is up. Not that time. And Chris Moore, one of the veterans. Much of the night. These are the little things you can't afford too many times to happen. Pettiford in attack mode again. Get that out of here. Cam Carter, their most valuable, about to get to 19-1 to match the best 20-game mark in program history. Pettiford that time couldn't get it. Broom does. So what is
talent in the biggest games? He plays his best in the biggest games.
Yep. And this would fall under that heading. This would be in that category. It is out of bounds to Tennis and gets inside, knocked away. And Pettiford quick to the ball. Pettiford puts it up, and Chad Baker Mazzara is down under the buck. And back come the Tigers. Pettiford all the way. Still loose. And it'll be just 9 scholarship players on the roster. Pettiford the step back. Air ball saved by Kelly. Shot clock to Ziegler had it, but only for a moment. And it's back to Auburn.
Gainey and Ziegler ran into each other.
And the shot clock never reset. That's why Pettiford put that shot up. It didn't accumulate any numbers. That knocked him down. Baker Mazzara with a block. Pettiford all the way to tie it up.
Tennessee was at the end of the shot clock.
Was halfway down.
Boy, you like the early attack by Tennessee. The longer you got to go in the half court, the more difficult it's going to be.
There's an early attack from Tahaad Pettiford, and he's got a chance. Boy, Pettiford's got a handle. You talked about how he doesn't look like a freshman. Misses the three, and Milicic the rebound.
That steal that Cardwell.
Johnson gets it right back. Got Akpara in the air, steps in and hits. That was beautiful.
Just took on the mismatch.
Not many people are talking about him because his minutes are a lot lower than the other freshmen.
Lefty pull-up jumper. I got excited because he did that with his off. Mazzara will step into a three. Too strong. And a big board by Cardwell. Pettiford, and he rattles one in from deep.
Yeah, he's strong, and you hear some of those, their front line matched up along with that group as well.
Pettiford with a hand in his face, and he gets the roll, and after the buck
here, I think they need to pound the basketball inside, and one of the reasons why Auburn's on an 11-0 run.
Pettiford looks at the crowd. Auburn has missed 13 of their last 14 from the floor. Pettiford, nice pass inside, couldn't handle it. So the point guard gets it back, launches a deep one off the noggin of Abson, and Kane. Pettiford, pull up, three ball, nothing but nylon, as he tells the. And it's Pettiford jumping the passing lane, a one-on-one, and he misses. Shot clock turned off as Pettiford, the #1 team in the country, Auburn Tigers, without their best player, Janai Broome. Pettiford, little hesitation. Step back, three ball. Oh, that is just silky smooth. Tahaad Pettiford. 2-point ball game. Auburn with the ball. Shot clock's at 4. Pettiford had his shot blocked by LeFew. Here's Johnson, just steal. Pettiford trying to take control of this game, slicing through the D, missing at the rim. But a turnover, and Pettiford gets it back. He now has 20.
It ends up in Tahaad Pettiford or Miles Kelly's hands.
Pettiford going to work, defender on his hip, no problem. Pettiford's got 22 to lead the way.
Yeah,
22 points, a career high for the freshman. And we've got almost 2 minutes to play. Denied by Newell. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Tigers.
I love it.
Know something about him. I'm going to keep in my lane over here so I don't get a tick.
Double teamed in the corner is Baker Mazzara. Off the bench, Tahaad Pettiford. And an offensive board for Chaney Johnson.
He will shoot.
Pettiford with the shot clock winding down at 3. Leaning in, three-pointer. Is it going to be that kind of night for Auburn State? Pettiford with 5 on the shot clock, hand in his face, 3 off the mark, and the rebound goes to Murphy.
Great box.
How about a headband?
Oh, yeah, with the headbands on deck. I think they'll come out in the second half for sure.
Out of the timeout, Pettiford to the rim, off the mark. What do you want to see out of Mississippi State here to end this half?
If you're not careful, this game can get a little bit away from you. If you're Mississippi State, here we go.
Watch out, Pettiford! Oh, baby, with the windmill! For Mississippi State, another body sorely missed on the floor.
Absolutely, a guy that's had some success against Auburn. As you see Pettiford with a nice kiss off the glass, having his way, but Kugel is a... Yes.
I mean, Alabama here at Auburn.
That's going to be something to see. I guarantee if things play out the way they're supposed to, it should be SEC championship implications on the line.
How about a little hesitation dribble getting to... Down to the deck is Chris Moore as he is helped back to his floor. And a 3 rattled in for Tahaad Pettiford.
Notice the communication here for Mississippi State. There's a lot of pointing going on, which puts you at a disadvantage when defending.
Pettiford met at the rim. Good stop by Mississippi State. Pettiford trying to set up his man. Step back three off the mark. Warren with the board.
You hear that? You hear that? Now wait a minute. Jungle, make some noise. They don't stop. I'm telling you, the people don't stop. They don't stop. Coconut Man, get over here. What are we doing, Coconut Man?
On the field, by the way, they take the top off, but Jones smothers right. Another rejection. That's a couple for Auburn in the early minutes. Pettiford offline. Chaney Johnson. Yes. Broom, the fall away, way off. Pettiford wants three, puts it in. It's a nice answer.
Well, it wasn't exactly a pass back out where he's at, not to go too deep, but deep enough to be able to spin back to make that left-handed hook.
South Carolina digging in defensively now. That's a contested off-balance jumper. Bozeman's Verdonk with shot and game clock. 10 to go. Pettiford planning. Pettiford with the crossover. Ooh. Pettiford a blow by to the rim. 10 seconds here. Chance for South Carolina.
To the right spot, right there, that free throw line, SEC logo area.
Murray Boyles with 21, 6 boards and a couple of assists. Pettiford sticks the long two.
When he gets going, he can do that create.
Oh, there's Cardwell. He's back in it. He's got it. Hands off for Pettiford. Pettiford sticks it.
Great job. Dylan Cardwell knew exactly where that.
They're up by 2. Johnson coming to set the screen. Pettiford, the rookie, hoists it up. Offline. New 20. Baker Mazzara all over the place. He's out for the remainder of the game. So where do they go? Pettiford has been wonderful. The lefty misfires. He's got 13 today. He's hit some big. 40 seconds to go. 12 on the timer. Pettiford going back to work. Pettiford between the legs. Pettiford a blow by. Pettiford missed it. It's free on the baseline. Who's got?
Inside to Chaney Johnson. Johnson double team, gets it back out to Pettiford. Drives off the glass. Count the bucket. It's good.
Plethora of weapons. You know, Tahaad, though, because they do a lot in transition, is I don't see these long wings, Arthur Kaluma, Tremont Martin, attacking the glass, and particularly in transition.
Pettiford.
Good.
Long three. Tahaad Pettiford knocks it. Pettiford driving. Haynes. Shot hit the side of the backboard.
Solid, but you got to have a push here if you're the Longhorns. You got to try to get ahead of the defense. Auburn's too good.
And Pettiford with the steal, spinning off the glass. Count it, the freshman.
Young fella in his bag. Take his time and finish that. He made it harder than it had to be. Went up with the right hand reverse versus left hand strong.
Pettiford step back three. Short. Pettiford rejected. Cedric leads the Longhorn. His shot is blocked. Pettiford leaking out. Blocked by Kaluma. What hasn't he done tonight for Texas?
Chased down in the corner by Miles Kelly. Kelly, a shooter, can't give him space, or Pettiford. Pettiford misfires, 42%. Kelly sticking the arm out, getting a deflection. Auburn starts back the other way. The three from Pettiford is good. Number 7 of the afternoon for Pettiford. Good to see him back on the floor, even though he nearly cracked the backboard on that shot.
Good with the ball. Robinson good with his hands. Good matchup.
That won't go. Rebound, Chaney Johnson.
I'll say it again. The two guys, Robinson, Pettiford, caught up in the mano-a-mano, doing too much against each other.
3 close.
Yeah.
Pettiford, little floater. Nice touch.
With the right. He's left-handed. Without the ability to make difficult shots.
Pettiford into some traffic, taken away by Missouri.
I'm going to say this nicely.
Graduated last month. Pettiford Baker Mazzara trying first bucket.
He's a young man that has a soft touch. Once again, he puts it on the floor, can create his own shot off the dribble and off the pass.
Talk about a kid that's been hot as Tahaad Pettiford missing the three. Ties the game at 24 all. Pettiford takes it right side. Bank is open.
Great ability.
Wide open. Kelly with a head fake, no look. Baker Mazzara, Pettiford. Broom with another board. Shear unable to answer. You mentioned one turnover in nearly 10 minutes of play. There's Pettiford, wow, flying high and puts it in. The one turnover, coach, in 10.
Auburn pulling it back out to run a set play. Cardwell coming up high to set the screen.
Crossover, step back. Hello, Tahaad Pettiford.
Everything
in final game of 2024.
That's what Howard brings to this team in terms of his ability, his
inside, back out, and a huge stop by Jaheim Hudson. Pettiford, wide open, yes!
I'm impressed with this Monmouth team in terms of they're giddy up right now. They know they're being challenged and dominated, but they're still showing a fire in how they're handling themselves.
Geese pivots. Auburn resets with 10 on the shot clock. Pettiford. And a push.
Remarkable coaching performance, I thought. And reminded you a little bit of what Tony Bennett did at Virginia after they lost to UMBC.
And he also may have more knowledge about the Chicago Cubs. 4-point lead for Auburn. We are here in Birmingham. A steal by the Tigers. Baker Mazzara the kick. Pettiford open. Cardwell runs it down. Great hustle by the
offensive rebound by Dylan Cardwell.
Pettiford resetting up top. Shot clock at 6. Driving on Caleb first. The lefty scoops it up with the right, and another rebound by Cardwell. Baker Mazzara misses the three. What a rebound by Moore. Pettiford. And it's Purdue ball.
I'm sure Pettiford needs a little bit more methodical, especially in the half court. A little horn set up top. There's the middle ball screen.
Pettiford floats it up with the right hand. The lefty knocked it down from about 10 feet away. Jaheim Hudson back into the game now for Auburn with the ball. Transfer from SMU. Pettiford, 17-footer is good. He's got some game.
But the play broke down. That was
really struggled today. They have struggled just to get good shots sometimes.
Just to make good passes. Yeah. I mean, Auburn's leading in every category. I mean, turnovers, scoring off turnovers, points in the paint, second chance points.
Off the back of the iron, and Johnson down with a rebound. Pettiford off the side of the rim. Looked like he might have been trying to rifle a pass to the corner. Battling for the top spots. A rebound for Baker Mazzara.
And it took him 25 seconds to get that shot.
Another assist for Baker Mazzara. The three for Pettiford. Have all the pieces to be right there at the end.
Especially the depth, the quality depth.
Right, that guy's coming off the bench. How many teams in America has Tahaad Pettiford come Sherman to baseball? A 5-tool player, a guy who can do so many different things. Baker Mazzara can shoot the three very well. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the country. He's a willing and able passer. He's a good defender.
With these rosters he's had is get extra long beds and higher showers.
Pettiford, another one. The freshman now has 8 minutes in a game that has really been dominated from start to finish pretty much. Purdue was in it 7 or 8 minutes, but after about the first 8 minutes of the game, it has been all Tigers.
They dig in. You've got to protect that possession. And as I say that, Pettiford comes in with a turnaround.
And with the right-handed slam, Tahaad Pettiford throws it down.
Pettiford there, just the ball pressure, and right now, Auburn does a great job of just finding the ball.
Another steal for Auburn, and Pettiford misfires, but how about that? This Auburn offense been special all year long. And Pettiford gets the three to go. It's one of the bigger. Pettiford's got it up top now for Auburn. Deep three from Pettiford. Off the mark. See Pettiford pick up the steal. Reverse layup, up and under.
Just a young man and scoring 14 points off turnovers.
Back to a 10-point game. Pettiford gets a clean look. Chaney Johnson had the rebound.
That Chaney Johnson is, and you'd rather him be the aggressor in terms of attacking and trying to block shots.
Pettiford can't get it to go on his drive. Here come the Tigers looking to run. Cardwell with the putback slam.
Exactly. Reason that he missed by about 10 feet. Broom at the top of the key. Here's Pettiford, the freshman, long range. Yes. Knocks down the three. The McDonald's drop, and Broom has the rebound. 25-8. Tigers looking to build on that. Pettiford with a tremendous move. Can't finish that though.
I just want to give a shout out to Steven and his family. Congratulations for his little baby girl, and also congratulations to Bruce Pearl for becoming a grandfather for the 4th time.
Pettiford, that doesn't touch anything. Caught by Moore. Moore trying to get it downstairs to Stewart, but he can't finish it. Pettiford, the outstanding freshman, tried to cut that off the window. Out it goes. It'll be Buckeye. Essentially with 6 guys averaging double figures. Pettiford on the attack outside the three. Now will lean in. Shot clock winding down. Got down to 2. Tennessee in the absolutely brutal SEC. Pettiford, the gifted freshman. He swishes in a triple.
The more he learned, didn't like my prison basketball reference.
Well,
don't really know where to go with that one, do you?
Broom will give it up for Pettiford, and he'll knock it down with a three-pointer. On the flip side, if you're Jake Diebler, what are you talking to your team about when it comes to timeouts? Pettiford with a turnaround, and that won't drop for him. And a whistle and a foul.
He now has been relegated more to the bench as Pettiford has emerged as a freshman early on.
Pettiford has some true game.
Knocks down a three from the logo.
Gobina, typical of players from that region of the world, have an all-around game. Solid frame, can shoot from the outside, post up a little bit.
Pettiford, 2 for 2 from downtown. This young half. Pettiford, heat check. Offensive rebound to Johnson. Puts it back.
Auburn, Mazzara from the guard position, blocking shots.
Inside, outside. Pettiford with a hand in his face. Oh! He nails the three plus the foul. Broom at the free throw line. Waits for the double to pass. Now goes one-on-one again. Pettiford, the kick out. Hugo snatches the board. Coming in from all over the country, trying to emulate this and see just how Auburn built this place, because this is pretty much the prototype arena that people are trying to build around the country.
Really good basketball arena. It was a good
set up the offense. Pettiford using the screen.
I think I would have missed at that site in the background. That was tough.
Shaheem Hudson on the floor, kick out to Pettiford, hits another three. Tahaad Pettiford
out on Kelly, respecting his ability to shoot. Shot clock down to 7. Tipped away by Brown. Pettiford, the force, almost banked it in. It's Duke ball swing already in this game. Pettiford used the screen, too strong off the glass. Duke ball. Cardwell. And almost stolen by Brown. Yet another deflection. Pettiford hits the three. Big. Evans will give his coach no choice the way that he is playing. He's 4 for 6 from three-point range.
Auburn running some 5 out.
Another deep three for Tahaad. Tyrese Proctor's wide open. Can't hit the three, and a good box out there by the Tigers. Pettiford, coast to coast. And the follow is good, and a foul. Dickie V is going to get more results. He's been through so many tests and so many rounds of treatment. Dick, I know you're watching. We love you. We're thinking of you. And we hope you're back in an arena doing what you...
In just about every facet. Rebounds, passes, block shots.
Oh, wow. Pettiford. What a stop and go, and then lays it in with the...
Made for moments like this. There's 9 minutes left. Prove to everyone why you're great. And Broom just sat there staring while Baker Mazzara just kept reiterating positive things in his ear.
Well, speaking of positive... Nobody stops the ball, and Pettiford lays it in.
Oh, come on, Malowacz turned his head
down the floor and just reached for his left hamstring.
Might be a little cramping.
Yeah.
He's had that issue earlier in the year.
Something to keep an eye on. Pettiford. Boy, our guys, it's the three. And it's down to the Tigers with a chance to tie or take the lead. Pettiford again. Boy, you talk about the confidence tonight.
Well, both these teams have played incredibly difficult schedules to start this year.
Pettiford has it swatted away.
Was a big play.
Baker Mazzara, no. Broom with the rebound. Pettiford wide open. Johnson the rebound. And yet another opportunity for the Tigers. Pettiford splits a pair and floats it up and in. The lefty knocks it down with his right for Cooper Flag. Pettiford a step back three, not there. Broom dribbles it out, and Broom got a piece of it.
His timing is incredible. Just incredible.
Pettiford. And the five-star freshman a little bit long on the three, but he's been very... Around and out on the three for Denver Jones, but an offensive rebound. Pettiford lines it up and knocks it down.
No better time to shoot a
7-point lead here in the championship game in Maui.
Shot blockers can get into your head, or so I've heard.
Pettiford not there. Great offensive rebound. He's got more than half of Memphis's points. Pettiford scoops it up and in. Danger's pass is picked off by Pettiford. Not this time, and Hunter down with a rebound for Memphis, and now they're looking to run.
Half of the Tigers.
They did something right after halftime. Outscored Iowa State 50-32 and shot 55% in that second frame. Here is Tahaad Pettiford. That one rims out. Broom unable. Tahaad Pettiford from the elbow. He's played his best basketball in his young career. Rejected. Auburn on a 7-0 run. Off balance attempt there by Pettiford, and now numbers for Carolina. Powell
to Duke for the SEC ACC Challenge coming up next week.
Pettiford. A little wild there. Finish not there for Pettiford. Did have 6 turnovers as well, though, against Dayton. North Carolina turned the ball over 12 times in the first half of that game, but they cleaned it up. Only 3 turnovers after halftime. And Pettiford with his former Davis imploring his guys to apply some pressure. Pettiford from distance.
And they'll live with North Carolina having to make heroic shots as such.
To your point, team's basically been trading blows in this last stretch. Pettiford missing the 3. Had a double-double before halftime. Second time in his career he's done that. How about the anticipation by Pettiford and the finish at the other end?
The schedule, Purdue on the schedule. So many challenges remaining, and that doesn't even include what will be an extremely tough SEC schedule.
Wow, Pettiford drills one.
What did we say about he was actually gone in 11? He finished in 2011, was part of the NBA draft to the Portland Trail Blazers.
Pettiford falling to the floor after the miss.
Just say maybe he got the first time.
Pettiford.
And that's a big bucket for Tahaad because that gets his confidence going early. A young man, of course, as a freshman, it's going to be difficult.
Pettiford gets the shot up, but off the front iron. Here is Curtis Jones. That one a little too hard off glass, but an offensive board by Jackson. Another stab at it. Continue to increase since. Pettiford, deep triple. Oh, my word.
And this is going to be another game where he's going to have to show up and have a big...
Tahaad Pettiford, the lone non-senior in this Auburn 8-man rotation. Left it a little short there.
That's okay. Soft rims. He almost got it to go down.
And a count. Pettiford. Oh, got a challenge from the backside there on that jumper.
That's
that was Jackson.
We'll call that a rear contest.
First half. Open underneath, that is Pettiford, and a good find, Jaheim Hudson, who was playing for the first time since the opener.
And Hudson really could have tipped.
Lipsy. Jones, oh, he went for the smash and drew the foul. Oh, bad intentions on the way to the rim there from Denver Jones.
Well, one thing's been Momcilovic in the corner. Once again, 3-ball corner pocket for 22 is good. Chad Baker was.
Meanwhile, 17 points now for Keyshawn Gilbert. Second team all Big 12 last season.
And how many times have we seen Auburn with
Broom? He sweeps up the mess.
And again, it's not an over and back when you're 6'11", going over a 6'3" guy. You just reach up there, grab it, the soft touch by Broom to put it back and make it a one position.
Because that guy right there usually makes some good decisions, doesn't throw it away. Tahaad, Pettiford, group that has played together a long time.
Wide open three from Pettiford. Baker Mazara started the game with back-to-back threes. Not much since. They swing it around. Pettiford knocks down the three.
Pretty smooth stroke.
High off
shot.
the window. Yes. We have seen the entire arsenal here in the first half from Lane. Broom, easy putback.
I'd be surprised if Broom does not get a touch right here.
He got his touch all right.
The 30 made baskets. Impressive number.
Rebound.
The 6-foot extraordinaire. He never moved it. Might have slid it a little bit. Might have gained some ground off it.
A little too strong. Rebound to Ortiz. Layup is good by Pettiford.
This zone is slowing down this Auburn team in terms of taking away their cutting lanes.
And that three-pointer way off the mark from Pettiford. He couldn't. McGee's. Long three, Pettiford scoreless tonight, and magnetic, it dropped at the most. Tonight Broom played 33 against Houston. As you said, getting a breather here. Tahaad Pettiford.
He needs to be rewarded.
Somewhat off balance. Cardwell gets the defensive rebound. Pettiford spot up three. Cardwell feeds down low to Pettiford. Good vision from Cardwell. He holds up the angle for the most part tonight. Auburn's gotten more offensive production from their front court. The guards have been quieter as they've relied upon Broom. Pettiford trying to light it up.
It's on the shot clock. Roberts, the floater, no good. Bodies on the deck, as you would expect. Pettiford, pull up, three, in and out. And Uzan comes out. Defense ruling the day.
Kelly hasn't gotten any airspace so far.
Pettiford, step back three. The left-handed J goes for the youngster.
That's what you call it.
It's Kelly.
Got room inside.
Pettiford, heat check. Got it! Off the window!
Last two possessions.
He's got the neon green light from Kelvin Sampson. Wow. Deep three. Pettiford, no. Tugler, the rebound. Nearly thrown away by Chaney Johnson. Pettiford. And he could be a blur in the open court, but Broom cleans it up.
I like that.
Off from the elbow. Rebound Johnson. Here's Pettiford. Look at him go. Up the window from the freshman.
It's Fabian White Jr., it's Juwan Roberts, it's Jamal Shedd, and some others.
The lefty Pettiford.
And welcome to college.
A select few Cougars have ever accomplished 1,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds.
This kid.
Big answer.
How about this?
By Pettiford.
I'll tell you to go with Chris.
Broom for three.
Yep.
In and out. And Chaney Johnson saves it. Now Pettiford off the back iron. Baker Mazzara forced one up. Plenty of time on the shot clock for that one. Look at this move. Pettiford, are you kidding me?
No.
Can he do it again?
No way.
He did it!
On Broom, that means Roberts can sink in on Chaney Johnson.
Pettiford, pull up. No good. Broom the offensive rebound.
Now, a lot of contested shots they're giving Vermont. Not a lot of open looks for the Catamounts.
Well, that's the type of defense that Auburn's going to play.
Pettiford with an open look. No. Pettiford left and long. The buckets down the floor. Won't get it for Sean Blake. Pettiford. And that's why Coach Joe Champy makes the big bucks. Pettiford at the block. Window. Bank is closed.
Ziegler left it short, and here comes Pettiford. Don't know if Baker Mazzara got a fingertip on that.
I think he did.
Yep. Kelly a deep one. Like a Final Four. They just all happen to play in the same conference.
We'd be lucky to get a Final Four this good.
Ziegler, not this time on Broom.
Cardwell switched off of him.
Here comes Gainey. And a block by Johnson.
What a high-level game this is.
Two of the best teams in the nation. Look. Barnes. Over Broom. A little strong on the three. And Pettiford, the outstanding freshman, a member of the SEC All-Freshman team, down with a rebound. Of those great teams making their initial appearance in this tournament here today. Around and out for Padula.
Well, Bruce Pearl's had some outstanding teams that have accomplished a lot at Auburn. But
Dia driving Broom. And Broom might have gotten a piece of it.
He also angled him out a little bit.
Crossover Pettiford. A member of the SEC All-Defensive Team and one of the 10 semifinalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. Pettiford.
They went a nice little unbelievable pass. Brought the defense to him and found the open man.
Youngblood, tough shot. That's short to the right.
Made 7 threes against Mississippi State. Got the shot he wanted. Great position.
Phylon replaced Stevenson. That's no good. And they have a run out. Cardwell. Great spot. How to get rid of it. Otherwise, it was a traveling violation. Holloway, step back 3, short.
Here comes Warrigo, baby.
Oh, great! Broom finds Pettiford. He was thinking about a 3, then he lost the ball, and he fires one. That's short. He follows it, though. They have plenty of time. Broom to tie.
They sure do. By the way, Janai Broom's got 4 boards tonight. He's at 1,500 for his career. Here's Hefner in and out. Pettiford the rebound. Janai Broom is now the 4th player ever with 2,500 points. Those are the go-getters. They've rebounded half their misses tonight. 3 to shoot. And here's Pettiford leading the way. He's got 1 3, and he keeps it. Got off balance, so
Don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in too. I am in. I'm in. I'm in too.
I'll be here.
America's #1 most watched daytime talk show is ABC's The View.
You all heard it here first.
This is going to be must-see TV, and so much could happen. That's why it's
the bench. They go 6 deep in double-figure score. The baseline jumper, that's no good, and be careful. Pettiford with a run out. Padula driving, looking for contact, and he's denied by the rim with a left.
Terrific. Houston is terrific. Yep. But I think Auburn has the best combination inside, outside, in my opinion. We can beat you inside or outside.
Jones just made a 3 with all the 3-point shots.
Well, I think we got to have a talk about college basketball. I don't think the model of NIL is sustainable.
But he's been knocking them down.
Slow start for Georgia offensively. Can't afford any more misses. Tahaad Pettiford up a long rebound. Weaves here. Injured in his first game with the Lakers. Pettiford left it short on the shot from Kane. I said he was a Rick partner. That was LeBron who missed that first game. And now Broom for 3.
Good hands by Auburn, knocking the ball away. Shot clock at 7. Davis lets it fly. No good on the 3. Rebound Pettiford. They combined 4 of 20 between these two teams from 3-point range. Wagner misses over Broom. Pettiford, pull-up 3-pointer.
Holloway couldn't turn the corner. Now finds Sears. Again driving, has it knocked away. I think it was Broom.
It was.
Pettiford back.
By Auburn. 4 to shoot, Huffman launching.
And those are the shots they have to make. The transfer from Davidson, Huffman's got to be able to knock those down.
Tahaad. He's had some moments. 13 points in the loss against Florida. Hogarth trying to find that outside shot. He can't do it. Pettiford certainly has yet to make a triple. They're only down 4, and a bucket here makes it a 1-possession game.
Oh, it's definitely an upset recipe right now. We'll see. It's 2 halves to every basketball game, but if you're the Commodores...
Short on this, Condon the rebound.
They're just quicker to the ball.
Richard got a clean look, and Pettiford down with it for the Tigers.
Usually those are the threes that really hurt after an offensive at least the equal of the Auburn big guys, and in this game they've been better, frankly.
Richard misses the 3. Pettiford has it. 3 minutes to go in a 13-point game.
Here's Taylor Jr. He'll take a deep one. Too strong. Pettiford skying over everybody for the board.
Make everything difficult. Good pass.
Elvis. Oh, but Northweather couldn't finish. And Porter Moser wanted Northweather to get that shot up there. Now fears a tough turnaround as Jones is now down on the floor, and the officials will stop play for that. Northweather 3, and it's Pettiford on the glass. How about these big minutes from Chris Moore? He got a lot of love going
I can't remember a semifinal of a tournament when you had teams this highly ranked.
Kelly for three.
Individual plays, and a lot of these individual plays are tough twos.
Long pass to Kelly, and he'll scoop it up and in.
Or if you go for that pass, you had better get it. Can Auburn find mismatches and attack those?
Murray staying with Pettiford. A good look inside and an easy one for Broom.
Broom set a screen, then got up. Limited turnovers against Texas A&M.
I don't know about you. I'm looking forward to Trey Johnson and being guarded by Jemai Mashak. That'll be an unbelievable battle as Miles Kelly gets one to go.
NBA roster, and he will be a problem coming off the bench in terms of hurting some teams.
Stevenson wasn't looking when Johnson received the pass, and he throws it up with the left.
Rabbi Auburn going to their flex action early.
Team in the paint.
Yeah, they got punked by Florida midweek, and it's easy to get your club's attention when that happens.
Pettiford, difficult pass, great catch. Brew, wow, with the right hand.
Burrell said to me, we're on the phone, Florida's the best team in the league.
Wow.
And I know he's really high on Todd Golden because Todd worked for him.
What a play on a break. They step back three short.
Here comes War Eagle, baby.
Oh, great pass by Pettiford to Cardwell.
Yeah, to get that look.
For a freshman, he now has 100 three-point field goals this season. Pettiford wrap around, beautiful.
That's an old find out where the tendencies really lead in making their calls. Oh.
Broom spins, we're tied at 79.
So they go to the side ball screen, an empty corner. And
crosses over Washington. Picks up his dribble, 4 to shoot. Moore. Tough angle.
Yeah, tough basket. They did a good job by A&M to not foul.
Away from the end of this one as A&M looks for its first ever win against #1. Beautiful pass to Janai Broom, and with his offhand, he converts.
Boy, beautiful job by Bruce Pearl.
It's with 23 in the second half and scoring 18, the last 18 points. You just don't see that very often.
Miles Kelly coming off a screen and burying it.
He's settling
with that wrist injury.
Auburn runs at times a 5-out offense. That can be really difficult to guard.
Boy, Kelly is feeling it and banks it home. It's his third
from 3 against Ole Miss. His best game was probably Florida, where he had 22 points, but he's on a heater right now. There he goes again.
And banked home another one. Banked.
Really impressive.
Big Blue Nation getting louder. Kentucky trying to get back into it. Baker Mazzara, a tough shot, and it will go.
He used that screen by Dylan
Kirtley, a guy who can provide that, but he's on the bench for a while.
Kentucky sticking with this 1-3-1.
Chris Moore will take one from the corner and hit.
And against a 1-3-1, it's the corners that are good.
Jones knocks it down. They've taken 4 threes and made them up.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a team that Bruce Pearl consistently goes 8-9 deep on.
Pettiford, he had his hands up celebrating the 3 as soon as it was in big.
Game down 8.
Ole Miss has hit their last 5 field goal attempts. Broom with it up.
That just completely too easy. You're playing a 2-3 zone and no.
Hey, I had a weight problem. I couldn't wait to eat. Hey, thank God for Moses Malone. Moses Malone. I love that guy.
Jimmy said earlier, Charles, you're never going to get outplayed either because he demands that of his player.
He demands that, but you know, sometimes
Jones again.
You know, sometimes things don't work out.
They've got triple digits, and I think they're looking for a little more. Howard again. Right on. Whoa.
Left it short on the shot from Kane. I said he was a good partner. That was LeBron who missed that first game. And now Broom for 3. Got it. Janai Broom has not been shooting well.
Might get you in. That's where Georgia is right now with this SEC schedule.
2.5 second difference. Game clock and shot clock. Broom has scored the last 8. So they turn to Baker Mazzara. Why not? His first bucket for this game. They had the opportunity to rest and presents some wrinkles. The zone is the wrinkle. Here's Broom. Plenty of time. Splashes it home. 19 for Broom.
But Bruce Pearl, I think, with a good substitution, get another playmaker in, Baker Mazzara, to go with the shooter, Miles Kelly.
Beautiful pass, threading the needle. Pettiford found Cardwell.
And just by having Baker Mazzara.
Just look it up on TikTok. Here's Broom. Passed on the three. Went with the drive and the flush.
And Hudson cleared the way for him there on their home territory.
Two winningest active coaches in the SEC in terms of conference wins. Year 11 for Pearl at Auburn. Went to a Final Four in 2019. Chaney Johnson checks in. 1 point lead for the Razorbacks on the road against number 1. Auburn coming off that win as Pearl with the slam. Pettiford the find.
Broom. He's so shifty with the ball.
Pettiford, nice pass to Broom again. Excellent bounce, and Broom with another basket. 6-0 Auburn. Step back three-pointer, and he's 0 for 6 from behind the arc. Broom beat Ivisic down court and scores with the left.
I don't know how that wasn't. Vanderbilt, Georgia, you've got to scratch and claw for every game. What an opportunity here tonight for the Commodores.
Great look inside to Cardwell, and somehow Pettiford spotted him on the back door. In a historical season like this, I mean, these guys, they're human. They get tired on occasion.
Absolutely. It's great preparation for March Madness. And Janai Broom looked pretty healthy off of the tremendous.
Kelly with 12 to lead Auburn. Clayton with 16 to lead everybody. Johnson, strong stuff.
It looked like Auburn was going to go into the game.
And Pettiford misses the free throw, but Auburn gets it back. Kelly flies in and lays it in, and it's a 4-point possession for the Tigers. A minute and a half to go. Pettiford. Cardwell will lay it in. It's a 9-point game.
Jeremiah fears. This is what the NBA scouts have come to see here tonight.
No doubt.
Broom banging inside, showing the soft touch. Oh, he also says you're too little. This young man has gotten more and more playing time as this season has gone on. 3 ball all the way, and it's Jones nailing it.
Now's when the Sooners have to be a little bit cautious. They got to continue to stay sound defensively. Good pass.
Dish from Pettiford as Caldwell throws it down.
For Murray trying to get to the rim.
Broom will launch it up there and swish it in, the triple.
Obi, I was all ready to say.
Second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Broom to make a move again. Another 3 on the way, and he got it. In the finals. The kick into the corner, and a big-time answer out of Miles Kelly.
What a response.
Baker Mazzara out of the trap. They'll swing it here for Jones in the shot. Got it. A three-pointer on the money.
But how about just sharing?
Seriously? Well, he's from Florida, so I don't know about that. That ruined his free throw streak, and nobody back. Here's Baker Mazzara. Oh, acrobatic finish. Count it. And the foul around it can beat you in more ways. Well, you've got what? 6, 7, 8 starters. What'd you say on this roster? Broom. They only can start 5. They got 7. Auburn has it back. Denver Jones puts it up. It is tapped back out. Remember, the shot clock didn't reset, so it's a late one. Chaney Johnson drains the 3.
Tennessee. Yeah, Auburn's in its second week at number 1. The Vols were there for 5 consecutive weeks prior to that. Turnaround Johnson. Auburn on top.
Auburn using that flex action. Chaney Johnson.
Pettiford going to get the ball. Pick and roll inside with Hudson. And Hudson, one of those guys getting more playing time, the senior from an extended 13-5 run for Georgia right now. Inside, out of the timeout, nice play as Jaheim Hudson finishes at the rim. Ounce foot on the line. And Baker Mazzara tapping it to his teammate.
Offense a little stagnant for Mississippi State. Great job defensively by Auburn.
Oh! How did he get that one to go with the English from
side? Will be wide open for a three. Zone by Mississippi State.
Baker Mazzara calling for it. Straight on. 3-ball. That's how we end the first half.
You saw Claudio Harris make here. They have to add to that.
He leads the way for Mississippi State. He's got 9 points. Johnson, everything going tonight.
Yeah, that's just rhythm right there.
Your All-American going down like that on the road. So it's Cardwell and Johnson, the two bigs inside now for Auburn. Johnson stretches it for 3. The McDonald's All-American here, starting to plan his attack. Gets by right, into the paint, drops it off to Cardwell. Oh, some sizzling stuff there, the move.
Deny Broom, catch. Soft touch off the backboard.
Good pass from Pettiford. Pushing, touching. You've got to be physical with the ball. Tough.
Pettiford.
Oh, wow. Cheney, Johnson, emphatically team on offense. Deep 3, Bashir is missed. But Jones, he leads the team on offense, then able to get the top defensive assignment. Here he is for 3, and he's good from downtown. This combination slow Auburn into their half court. Auburn's largest lead is 2, but a flush on an alley-oop from Dylan Cardwell puts Auburn up 4. 8 to shoot. Will use the screen from Johnson. Pressure. Near steal for Robinson. 3 to shoot. Chad Baker hits and a foul. Dirk with
giving some signals to the crowd.
Pettiford with a tip and the steal. The lob. Big windmill. That's to Kai Howard.
Moving away. Great soft touch on the ball.
Good shooter Garrett Valencia. What a rare miss tonight. Wow! Holy cow! Ja'Kai Howard!
Key to the pass by Braden Smith. You saw Auburn going into that flex action. He just read it so well.
Broom making it look easy sometimes, doesn't he?
He's got such great footwork. Is extended, and Purdue has not handled this pressure very well at all.
And Jay, they're big guys. Johnson or Cardwell or Broom. There's another 3. Kelly. They're big guys when they switch on
play or whether they're going to be the one to score. It's a very we-first mentality.
Assist percentage right up among the leaders. Always a good sign. You make good passes, you get good looks. Cheney Johnson. Purdue was in it 7 or 8 minutes, but after about the first 8 minutes of the game, it has been all Tigers. Denver Jones for 3.
And credit for that.
Yes, it does. Dave O'Brien. What are you talking about?
On the drive, Pettiford. Jones will loft this one up there and switch that one in, and he's hit a couple early. He was only hitting 30 on 2 different occasions here in the first half.
Talking about Ohio State team averaging 82 points per game.
Yep. Over the top, Cardwell with the slam. Pettiford with the feed.
We talk about basketball daily. It's Micah Parrish, not Micah Parsons. That guy plays for the Dallas Cowboys, but it's fine. We're moving on.
Tough shot there by Cheney Johnson.
With the inside presence, they may need Micah Parsons.
Partially blocked by Howard. Auburn's done it several times today, coming out of nowhere to block shots. And Ohio State has not been able to determine what hit them. And that continues.
You can play 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but you're going to play hard. If not, somebody else will come in and play those minutes for you. Nothing is given with Bruce Pearl's style of play.
And they continue to pour it on.
Mazzara, a lot of contact, gets rid of it. Plenty of time on the shot clock at 9. Hoisting Jones, nothing but nylon.
You know, that's a frustrating one if you're Chris Mooney. That was a good ball. Has the physicality and strength. He may be able to try to at least hold the point against Janai Broom one-on-one.
Hello! Going up top again. Howard. Pettiford into the corner. He'll find Howard. Got it.
11-3 all-defensive team, and he might be the most ideal matchup that Duke has for Janai Broom.
They give up a little on the offensive end, but he's an outstanding defender.
Chad Baker Mazzara with his play in the reverse. Pettiford around the screen from Broom. Shovel pass and a lay-in. Beautiful two-man basketball.
Well, he was calling for that middle ball screen, and then
seconds are ticking away. They need a three. They need it fast. Instead, it's going to be a pass inside and a block by Flag.
He makes sure to say that.
Great pass. Pettiford to Broom.
Jalen Washington in the second half as Chad Baker-Mazara does a great job defending the out-of-bounds play.
What a finish there by Broom after the feed from Tahaad Pettiford. But Jalen
in the same corner.
And Jackson the step back. Wanted the foul, no call. Pettiford looking up and gets it home to Cardwell, who flushes it.
Dylan Cardwell contested the three by Ian Jackson. Did a great job executing like a well-oiled machine.
A day after his 30-burger, R.J. Davis only 6 points. And meanwhile, like you're saying, Auburn
foul. So T.J. Otzelberg going to trust his veteran guards to stay out of foul trouble here.
And that one goes for Johni Broome, his first in 4 tries from Auburn.
He might shoot another one right here.
He wanted it. He gets it and throws it down.
Sure, it's 100% pass. No turnovers.
Broome.
Oh, nice pass.
Deep three is good from J.B. Pegues.
Louisiana Raging Cajuns, they were down 10-0.
They didn't score until about the 12-minute mark as Johni Broome found some space, floats it in.
That's the thing about Johni Broome. He
got off the mark. And Edmond saves it, but it's right to Pettiford. All Auburn right now, and Chaney Johnson.
Great look away.
It's in the huddle. A huge keep for Kent State after he briefly transferred to Furman. Denver Jones splash. Performance without having to rely upon the three. And look, if any team can rely upon the three this year, it might be Auburn. They've got plenty of skill there. But Johni Broome waiting so long. This one just about in the book.
19-14. Auburn lead with the basketball. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Nice pass. Oh, and nice Broome pass. Has a chance at a three-point play.
Great set play.
Tell you, we get 4 more rounds of this?
Everything we thought it would be.
There's Broome. Again with the flush.
Pettiford pick and roll.
Auburn up 2. 3:40 to go. Looking for their first regular season non-conference win against the top 4 team. And Johni Broome is trying to
block from behind. No foul. Stripped at half court. 3-on-none. Broome with a flush. On the other end, Vermont having a struggle offensively to start this half. 0 for 6 shooting. Kenny Johnson muscled it inside and got it. But let me ask you this, Britt. Have you seen a shot taken by Vermont that wasn't highly contested by this Auburn team?
Quick trigger and connects. Missed it. Ball on the floor. Lost the second chance opportunity with Chaney Johnson. From Opelika. Wow. Possession.
Slower pace. There wasn't any passes in that last possession.
Chaney Johnson and one.
2-point game. And he is a bucket getter. The lob. Cardwell got a piece of it, but it was too high for him to slam it. Driving baseline. Kicks it to the corner, but there's nobody there.
Just a refusal of the ball screen to go baseline and bullied Tahaad Pettiford. Just knocked him to the ground to get that layup. What a big-time play by Padula.
Moore couldn't handle the pass. And Pettiford called for the foul.
High points. Alabama back up 1.
He did a great job of knocking off that contact and continuing to play because he got fouled on that ball screen.
Pettiford left the floor with nowhere to go with it. Sears. Clifford Omori, 6'11", out of Nigeria, 250, has been phenomenal. Look at the hands by Philon. He picked Pettiford and lays it up. That's freshman on front.
Just pound that ball and go right through your chest to the rim.
Lob was tipped by Hefner and it's taken away by Coleman. And Baker Mazzara lets it fly. Cardwell bails him out. And then it's stolen away by Garcia. Here's Taylor, drops it off for Payne. Wow! Pettiford finds Cardwell, stolen by Carter.
And a long pass. Baker Mazzara, great hands, but he threw it. And it was unable to be controlled by Pettiford out of bounds. Auburn is relatively guarded by Kane.
I do think this zone for Georgia has been a good look for them defensively.
Kelly had to corral it, but couldn't. Go for the first roll and an Auburn turnover, just the second of the game for the
seat contact. He's finished a couple here in the second half.
8 points and 4 boards for the sophomore from Knoxville. Taken away by Silas Demery Jr. Into Pettiford to earn the whistle.
He has an 8-4 standing reach. And he's able to get to his spots and just raise up. Great verticality.
Davis with the steal. Great anticipation. The slam on the other end. And it's a 2.
Long arms and athleticism of Chaney Johnson to knock that out of the air.
And again, it's a story that's been told so many times, but Chaney Johnson started off his collegiate career at the D2 level. And
that's really been a key.
Jaheim Hudson into the game for the Tigers. Pettiford got caught in the air and threw it away. Sears, Philon, and
the rest of the Auburn Tigers tonight.
Pettiford, the freshman, lost it. Tanner a steal. And here's Hogarth.
When the game's going on, or if Todd should ask for money.
10-point lead. Pettiford stripped away.
What a play by Houck. A fantastic.
Pettiford going against the big man. Little hesitation dribble. But stepping out of bounds is more. And Oklahoma will
run in favor of the Rebels as Jamin Brakefield comes off the bench and knocks down the big 3.
Todd Pettiford in the game and another turnover. That's 5. Burrell in transition. Auburn ball down by 2. You win on the road in the SEC, man, you have earned it. Another turnover. That'll be 6 and counting. Nice. 2 minutes to go in Oxford. Pettiford lost the handle. Padula scoops it up. He hits the deck, got it off to Morrell. He lays it.
Earl and patted his chest like that was my bad. Pettiford throws it away. Chest has it. It's just Carter. He's a blur. Accelerator.
And he caught that with his feet set, but rushed it just a bit. He's such a good shooter.
You see Milicic has gone to the bench with 2. Ziegler with a steal. Oh, and a foul.
You need that veteran leadership to step up right now, sure.
How about that pass from Newell showing you the vision? And now Georgia with the steal. LeFew finding Kane, trying 3, hit the top of the backboard.
See, if you're Auburn, I think you got to have a push here.
They tried to, but the pass too high.
Yeah, they're trying to do pushes, but
last 6 rebounds. They're starting to get control of the boards, but it is Auburn. Nope, Pettiford couldn't get the steal. Warren off the bench.
Got 7 in the early minutes. Auburn back on the attack. One of the nation's best offenses. After the turnover, Conyers is on the ground to secure it. Here come the Gamecocks.
Rejected though by Johnson, cleaning the glass.
Nice
Pettiford has it stripped.
Knows where he wants to get. Missouri knows where he wants to get. Good step out.
Oh, taken away. Josh Gray up ahead to Bates.
Baker Mazzara got 50%. Matter of fact, he says 49 after that make now from behind the arc. Here's a takeaway.
Tough catch for a big man.
Auburn shooting 60% from the field, 58% from behind the arc. Pettiford, oh boy, he hit the deck hard. 5-on-4 back the other way. The double dribble. So our under 12 media timeout. Pettiford under pressure. Drives at the buzzer, block, and a whistle. Charge inside. Aaron Dimmings able to
you look at Pettiford, how easy he flows, his vision, as I say that, he turns it over.
Hits the referee. He's part on the floor. Transition free throws in the final 10 minutes of the second half. Pettiford looking for Hudson, poked away though by the Hawks. Wide open.
We said that's incredibly important for them, and now a block by Kelly. Cox wanted a goaltending call but didn't get it. Pettiford, which way's this going to go? It's going to go offensive. Pettiford, Lawyer again looking for the foul, doesn't get the call, doesn't get the shot. Back come the Tigers in transition. What a play by Smith, like a free safety getting back there. He goes, but it's more important to just get better every day so you're the best team in the country in March. And that is the goal for this Tigers program.
And it's also a goal to stay healthy. That with so many.
Stolen away by Auburn. Here goes to Kai Howard. And taken back by Georgia State. As McMullen controlled team tonight for Georgia State.
And that's been a problem for them all season long, their ability to protect the ball.
Flash Speeders coming up with the steal.
His hands, his footwork, and he's always on balance.
Royal with the basket over the top and almost got Cardwell. He could not finish it. One of the two bigs that Bruce Pearl will start. Gifts that Auburn brings to the basketball court that are undeniable. But so many things can happen between now and then. Stewart really continues to play very hard for Ohio State and bottled up.
Indoor and Duke coming down to the wire, not able to pull that one out. With some very impressive wins for the Tigers this season.
That one stolen away by Delani Hunt. He's got the Jets going.
Auburn executing their flex offense.
Pettiford gets by his man. Matine recovering to take it away.
All right, if I'm Richmond, right.
Some foul trouble for Auburn. 3 guys with 2 fouls here in the first half. A turnover. The first of the game by the Tigers, and the flush for State before transferring. Now his 3rd year at Auburn, and unquestionably is one of the best players in the country. And Auburn turns it over, and Bruce Pearl is even by his.
Carolina are the Tigers on the offensive glass, 11-4. Cadeau taking a breather. Trimble, the quick hands.
Attack.
Oh, he does.
Continues to be aggressive when he has his minutes on the offensive end of the floor. But great ball movement by the Cyclones to get Chatfield the east.
Okay, a little scoop shot. That won't go. And Broom starts the run out. And that pass is intercepted.
But those kind of passes frustrate a coaching staff. You don't.
Von Cameron Davis is back on the floor for Kent State with those 2 fouls. Already down by 16, and for the first time Auburn turns it over, and Pettiford picks up the foul. Playing, he joined the team halfway through last season and redshirted, but it's his 6th year of college basketball. Looking for an alley-oop. More. That pass a little too tall from Pettiford. Under 5 minutes to play in the first.
With total aggression.
Step back, Pettiford. Dancing, fall away. Shot doesn't count. Carry.
Oh, yes.
Nice look. Steph Joba connecting for his first triple. Auburn gives the ball right back.
Block shots and assists. Where is he on the steals front? He's not getting the job done.
Oh, Murray was not looking for the pass as he cut.
Right move to make for the easiest shot.
He's up to 15 and 9 now already in this game. Great pass inside and a lay-in. Davis from Brakefield.
He is to not turn the ball over tonight in their 4-game losing streak. That turnover number has been around 14 per game.
Senior night, Hayden Hefner getting the start, the fifth-year senior from down the road. Not what he had in mind. He was very deliberate about what was on the line. Hefner reverses it in.
Yeah, I don't know if Bruce Pearl.
Keep you posted. Brea driving it. Got a bump from Moore. And then a block at the rim by Johnson, but a foul.
Way to get Nelly Davis going. He's not a guy that's a creator off the dribble, but they have to run action for him. At times he can get lost in the offense.
Entry pass, Knox with easy stuff.
The screen by Nelson. Phylon finds him. Lob up top. Amori cannot get it to go. It is still Alabama.
You don't want to put Broom in a position to switch because he may be compromised just a bit.
Okpara backdoor feed, and then Okpara slams it, but it's in the cylinder.
Those would be my guys right now up for SEC Player of the Year outside of Janai Broom. Good question, Fish.
It is Auburn with this.
But his offense, I just need him to continue to play some defense out there.
Backdoor cut, and Harris Jr. will finish.
Backdoor cuts have
It's a couple things. They're getting on the glass of the defensive end. 11 offensive rebounds, South Carolina in the first half, and Auburn's made a couple of jump shots after the turn.
They're trying to get Trey Johnson going. Mark rejected though by Johnson, cleaning the glass.
Well prepared by Coach Rice, knowing that Auburn was going to come up and pressure full court and had a game plan for that.
Yes, off the mark. I think I caught one from the backside. Hey, I'm going to shake it off.
Backdoor cut, Tyne. And the assist to Beagle.
With another impressive showing. Sullinger goes low to Barnett. Barnett's going to go to the line, but Coach.
When the ball screens are run in the middle of the floor, it's a little bit easier for Tennessee because Auburn is icing them, trying to keep it to a side.
How about that drive and a finish by Ziegler?
What a rebound by Trent Noah.
Brea, a good look. Buries it.
That is a big time.
You're exactly right. They've got terrific rim protection. They were terrible in that regard last year, and they fixed it in the offseason.
Floater good for Silas Demery, and the super sophomore gets
down a fearless three.
That's a freshman on the road in this kind of environment. But he's had some of his biggest games in some of their biggest runs. Youngblood, just wonderful for both of them to be on the air this weekend.
Alex Condon back into the ball game for Florida. He is such a difference maker for the Gators. Great block out by Chamey.
11 steals for Auburn. Sears misses that triple. They had the 11.
At DePaul and then in the NBA. He gets his body into you and just knocks you back a little bit.
Lawyer again looking for the foul. Doesn't get the call.
The ladder. Some bounce to his game.
And the jungle comes alive. Could I classify the jungle today as...
Baker Mazzara misfires.
Five in the Big East. There was 3 teams in the Final Four with Georgetown, Villanova, and
the Spiders look to get into their offense. Down by 6 here in this first half.
That's not settling now as he moves off the point guard position with Tahaad Pettiford on the floor. He has the ability to be able to go crash the offensive glass and gets the putback.
Here's Seuss. He sees a little room in the paint. Little floater is good. Dave, you can just...
Sharp. Off from the elbow. Rebound.
Because if you don't get it, you are leaving your teammates in a bad spot and giving up an easy one.
And the lead changes hands again. Offense. Padula lays it in. It's a 4-point game.
Looked like he was going to.
Holloway gives up the three. May have got a.
Phelps probes, tries it again, steps through traffic and has it rejected by Pettiford. Auburn has a chance to push. Baker Mazzara.
This is 18 games, and I'm a grinder. To win this here would mean the world to him.
And the way Auburn has played, not only throughout SEC play in the season, but
and they're shooting 80% to start this game, the Tigers. There's an open three that's too strong and will go out of bounds. Going to win. Boy, that's a pretty shot, is it not?
It sure is.
Wow.
That's a good defense, but he's been knocking them down.
Slow start for Georgia offensively. Can't afford any more misses. Tahaad
tried to screen and roll back with Jalen Carey. Nice job of defending by Chaney Johnson.
Chris Mignon attacking.
Young fella.
Backdoor cut, Hubbard. He still cannot get a field goal tonight.
Great pass right there.
And that's what you bring in off the bench for Auburn.
Harris misses the three.
All game for Duke, the freshman, who is a bucket getter.
Still learning the game, as John Shire told us today. But boy, can he be
against Auburn on the glass. It's got to be all 5 guys on the defensive glass against this team.
Brown comes up top to help him run some offense. It's defeat.
That is just not good execution and not a good idea by Auburn.
James floats it up and in. Duke by 4.
Too big for that young freshman, Tahaad Pettiford.
And if there was any doubt, it was answered on Saturday. 21 points against Houston from way back, Jalen Sullinger.
Already got 11 here this afternoon.
Well, he had 13 points, was 3 of 5 from 3 against Ole Miss. His best game was probably Florida, where he had 22 points, but he's on a heater right now. There he goes to Mazzara with a force, and it's down to Brea. Brea lost it. Pettiford again, and he's
so many scoring options for Bruce Pearl in those play calls. And it's getting very ugly for Ole Miss right now, as Pettiford will pick up the ball and then get a call against Davis.
Another bubble team knocked off Mississippi State by 6. Georgia running out of runway. A turnover, 3-on-1. Pettiford kept it. He had Broom.
Hogarth picked up by Baker Mazzara. Now to Broom. Off the foot of Carey.
I'd go 5 for 5 from 3 his last 2 games.
But he got hit in the face twice. Clapchar is like, really?
Teams in the country, but on a neutral floor, I may have to give the advantage to Auburn. And Malik Brown played a huge part in that game for the Blue Devils, who's currently sidelined with injury.
Padula and Davis colliding.
Wrong, and Akpara down with a rebound.
Boy, terrific job by Chad Baker Mazzara to keep that ball alive.
Pettiford knocks it away from Gainey. Boy, what a talent.
Whole team.
Right. Dubar, a little hesitation, gets inside, knocked away, and Pettiford quick to the ball. Moore, Jones, and Akpara down with another rebound. Almost turned it over. Boy, Pettiford is all over the place right now, and it is.
Junior will inbound for the Bulldogs. And it's Pettiford jumping the passing lane, a one-on-one, and he misses. In control of this game, slicing through the D, missing at the rim. But a turnover, and Pettiford gets it back. He now has 20. Mississippi State has grabbed the last 6 rebounds. They're starting to get control of the boards, but it is Auburn. Nope, Pettiford couldn't get the steal. Warren off the bench.
Now, up for SEC Player of the Year outside of Janai Broome. Good question, Fish.
And as Auburn with the steal as Pettiford brings it up. His teammates say you can take it if you want it.
We're going to need Cam Matthews to be a little bit more aggressive as well.
Pettiford with the theft. Auburn trying to push the pace. Didn't have the numbers, so pulls it out.
If you're not careful, this game can get a little bit away from you if you're Mississippi State. Here we go.
Watch out, Pettiford! Oh, baby, with the windmill!
They're getting on the glass of the defensive end. 11 offensive rebounds, South Carolina in the first half, and Auburn's made a couple of jump shots. After the takeaway, Baker Mazzara puts it in, and so Auburn.
Jason Kitt has checked in for the Longhorns as well. Here's Tremont Mark. Had it knocked away by Chad Baker Mazzara. Turnover.
Right.
Hit the side of the backboard.
Solid, but you got to have a push here if you're the Longhorns. You got to try to get ahead of the defense. Auburn's too good.
And Pettiford with the steal, spinning off the glass, counted.
It's a physical league. Pushing, touching, you've got to be physical with the ball. Tough.
Pettiford.
And he's giving some signals to the crowd.
Pettiford with a tip and the steal. The lob, big windmill.
Coming after you. On defensively, they're aggressive. They dig in. You've got to protect that possession. And as I say that, Pettiford comes in with a turnaround.
And with the right hand. Baker Mazzara misfires. See Pettiford pick up the steal. Revert.
As I found out later in life, we're just going to be in trouble for those types of things. We're going to get yelled at. Nothing you can do about it, Stephen. Just glad it followed through correctly.
Another tie up here with 4:11 to go.
Sweet, I don't know.
Off the inbounds, the outlet pass. Hunt trying to save it, but another turnover. Auburn with numbers 5 on 4. Pettiford, he'll find Broom.
5 guys guarding for 5 seconds.
Dangerous pass is picked off by Pettiford. Not this time, and Hunter down with the rebound.
Third straight 2010 game.
Had a double-double before halftime, second time in his career he's done that. How about the anticipation by Pettiford and the finish at the other end? And number 12, North Carolina. 10-3 the Flyers are in its history with the Maui Invitational. North Carolina, they've been in this tournament a whole bunch of times.
That one's taken away by Pettiford.
And the players will keep playing.
Layup.
Two-man Pallier. Blocked from behind. No foul. Strip it half court. 3 on none. Broom with a flush. Blake kicks back. Hurley wide open. At the rim, winning the battle, but lost it. And Auburn, they swarmed it. You bring the ball down, that happens. Kick out.
Brakefield trying to back down Johnson. Murray's going to have to create. Drives by Pettiford, and it's swatted out of bounds.
Well, usually you'd see a guard when he gets.
Phelps probes, tries it again, steps through traffic and has it rejected by Pettiford. Auburn has a chance to push. Baker Mazzara past midcourt.
Miles Kelly unable to answer. Bashir. Shot taken away by Kelly. Tigers with a
great pass. Cox can't get the shot off. Broom defending. Lawyer in some heavy traffic. Got it back. Forced it up. The follow no. And
now have 2 big-time head coaches, big-time players, and they play in big-time games.
Missing everything. But he's shooting it right before the ball touches the palm. And a block shot.
He got bumped right there. Still going with it. Pulls up. And and he gets it to go, and he went to his right.
That is a big man.
Has 9 points. A lot of different weapons for Bruce Pearl to play call for.
Obaseki drove right by the freshman, and there's a tip in from Henry Coleman III. Perfect. Hayes, Elgin Baylor, and Dickie Henry.
Whoa. That is a serious cab ride right there if they're all in there together.
Or an Uber.
Knox. 4 minutes gone by, second half. Arkansas down 6. Three-pointer, good for DJ Wagner. Shooting under.
For Alabama. 2 up top, 2 in the corners wide.
Sears. Yes!
The rim.
Holloway does. That's a goaltend. Count the basket, and it's a 5.
Tanner to Edwards. Less than 2 to go in the half. Edwards a quick trigger. Cardwell skies for the rebound in front of Nickel. He's been even better tonight. 8 of 9. Hogard will get the roll.
Stars hit 3 threes in this game. 5 for 5 from 3 his last 2 games.
But he got hit in the face.
Versus 19 assists, and then more than anything, just their depth, their balance. A tough team to prepare for.
Right now, what you would probably consider the best 2 teams in the country. But on a neutral floor, I may have to give the advantage to Auburn. And Malik Brown played a huge part in that game for the Blue Devils, who's
not only did he get the second chance opportunity, he gets the assist on the play.
Oh, Jai Bailey stuck with it.
Boy, what a great play by Chaney Johnson to disrupt that lob.
Ziegler working hard to get inside, in and out.
They want to make him a...
This is when he's dangerous.
Mississippi State has grabbed the last 6 rebounds. They're starting to get control of the boards, but it is Auburn.
All of college basketball, Jaden Quain's 17-year-old freshman. He's long, athletic, and dynamic.
Jordan Pope drives and draws. Go right back to him.
I like the way that Tremont Mark is cutting off of the basketball there.
Here's the follow is good by Shedrick.
This level and with this group of guys.
He's a transfer out of Indiana State. Drives and
go.
lays it in.
Because he's got a quick first step.
Here's Cruz.
It's a physical league. Pushing, touching. You've got to be physical with the ball.
Pettiford staying in front of Smith. Again, a very difficult shot. Cox has it taken.
Mississippi State, they're coming after you. On defensively, they're aggressive. They dig in. You've got to protect that possession. Adjustments, but more importantly, his players believe in him. Players will do what they believe, not what they're told, and that's great communication by Coach Pearl. He's one of the best.
Coach Pearl was wondering about that too.
As I found out later in life, we're just going to be in trouble for those types of things. We're going to get yelled at. Nothing you can do about it, Stephen. Just glad it followed through.
Oh, what? Tried to yam it.
Yes, he did. Duke made 6 threes, scored 18 points, has not scored, has not played a whole lot in the second half. Boy, flag absorbing the contact. 4 fouls. Proctor open for just a moment, missed the 3. That was some kind of block. Haggerty. And another block. That's Broom.
Being guarded by R.J. Davis has been attacking Davis, trying to get to the rim any possible chance he can.
Contact drawn there by Cadeau, no call.
A great job by
playing with the 2 fouls. Gilbert off the opposite leg, off balance.
But he has just been in attack mode the entire game. If he's not.
And now Medlin, the one true point guard, lets it go. It won't fall, and Kent State just cannot buy a bucket.
Pryor punting his 3-point shot, and he's got it.
Energy, effort.
Great help defense. Cryer. A quick two from LJ Cryer. No way he could keep him off the glass. Also 4 rebounds shy of a double-double. And now he's got 7 rebounds. 2 teams with designs on late runs in March. And hopefully a march all the way to San Antonio in the Final Four.
It's Auburn up 41 in their home opener. Alamudu drawing contact, and we'll see.
Finds Milicic.
They're trying to put Janai Broome in as many ball screens as they can. Get him away from the basket and make him switch as he has to.
Late in the shot clock, Ziegler takes it.
Working hard, fires one up. Now Phylon, the freshman, all day. Too strong. Too much time to think.
You want to be able to trust your most veteran players, and he's a veteran player. Good pass.
Noah misses the 3. The rebound, Cardwell.
They've got to have some guys try to get past their man one-on-one because Auburn switches so much on the perimeter.
Kane for 3, and he gets it to roll home. 32%.
Better defensive rebounding for Arkansas here the last couple minutes. Wagner from deep, way off the mark.
To the nation as well. Condon has it. 10 to shoot. Clayton got it. And Florida's back on top again.
Have to force Walter Clayton Jr. to his left. He cannot go to his right. He's much better to his right.
Labshar, you talked about confidence, and it is great.
Elvis contested 3, and they're going to call a foul on Pettiford. Taylor is open from the wing, and he left it short. As Dylan Cardwell had to stand up and try to calm him down. Elvis 3. Let's see if Oklahoma can now use.
Remember, Ole Miss, a team that managed to win at Alabama. Here's Brakefield. Got it! A three-pointer.
Now starts to play on the attack. He's got Johnson on him. A lot of dribbling, crossover, kicks it back out. Bailey for 3, offline. And so he added over. The lead is swelled back to 12. Shy Bailey trying to figure out what to do here. This is Damian Collins. Missed it short, follows his miss, bounces it.
Good help that time by Dylan Caldwell on the back cut.
Newell open from distance. And the rebound to Baker Mazar.
A little bit more with the injuries. Ugasuk wants 3, down and out, and the rebound down to Broome. Don't you love when you...
Solid job on Bashir this half. Goes over the top to Morgan. Bashir, he was clipped. Pettiford got the ball. Bashir on the baseline. Collins with space. Cardwell.
Standing here in Birmingham. The 3 will go at the end of the half for
percentage. Jones defending Brown. Tenari Lane with the tough jumper. That won't. Tenari Lane can't get it to go.
Time head coaches, big time players, and they play in big time games.
Missing.
You mentioned the 21 points he put on Houston, and Bruce Pearl said he won us the Houston game.
Proctor follows it.
Put together an impressive stat line, 7 rebounds as well. 3 ball there by Jackson, no. There by Lipsy, and it's going to be a foul against Iowa State. And that's going to go against Branton Chatfield.
Whole team running great offense, trying to find areas where they can get shots. Lane has dominated the ball on his end for North Alabama, and then Auburn has just...
Houston can tie with a 2.
They push, they got numbers.
Tugler wanted the lob. It's good to get a three and the lead.
Silva passes. Blake to the corner, quick release.
Back down Johnson. Murray's going to have to create. Drives by Pettiford, and it's swatted out of bounds.
Well, usually you'd see a guard.
Here's Payne. Auburn brings a double. Whoa. Pettiford went flying out there. Jace Carter, another opportunity, and he banks it in.
Nice cut.
Carter brings it back out. Taylor tried to sneak around Broome. Another offensive rebound for A&M. Team with plenty of depth. Wade Taylor with the ball fake. Open three. Splashes past Pettiford.
That is great.
Wade Taylor, the fourth. Into Broome. To Coleman. Phelps sidestep three. Buzz is begging for a timeout. And that was a Garcia hammers that one back out to midcourt. Another offensive rebound for A&M. Phelps fouled.
Game close to the last 4 minutes. Trying to stay in contention.
Well, Auburn has been great in close games and in blowouts. And Wade Taylor, the fourth.
It's his third free of the game, and he's already got 11 here this afternoon.
Well, he had 13 points, was 3 of 5 from 3 against Ole Miss. His best game was from
just over 1 point per game on the season. Brea with a shot fake, gets it off, and hits another one.
Well, he got one defender to fly by.
Surrounding Pettiford with guys with a chip on their shoulder allows him to not become complacent and just rely on his talent.
Abson got the ball fake, but no whistle. That's shot clock inside of 10 again. Richmond to Knox, timer at 2. Knox got fouled by Pettiford, and that's 2 quick fouls on Tahaad. Theo driving on Broome, got him off his feet, but kicks it out. Wagner in the lane, and he's able to hit over 2 Tigers.
You know,
Davis hesitates and drives, pulls up and scores to make it a 4-point game again.
Melly Davis.
Holloway couldn't turn the corner. Now finds Sears. Again driving, has it knocked away. I think it was Broome.
It was.
Pettiford
offensively with 10 for #1 Auburn today. Working that baseline again. Oh, what a tough move by Brakefield, and one. He's off to the line.
Milicic. Broome with a rebound, and he called.
First half. Kane probing, challenged at the rim. Kane missing a wide open lay-in, but it is
the funny games have arrived.
What has this turned into? Melendez with the scoop shot. Hubbard pull-up 3 ball. Let's see if he can pick.
And Trey Johnson's got to respond to this defensive Auburn. He's got to be more aggressive.
Tremont Mark gets the push, and he'll go to the line.
Bashir in the corner, 8 to shoot off the dribble. Up and got it to go. Rattles Hunter early. Bashir driving past Pettiford. No foul.
Cox can't get the shot off. Broome defending. Lawyer in some heavy traffic, got it back, forced it up.
And once again, with the shot clock running down, it'll be flagged. Blocked.
Daniel Ortiz. Back out front to Tay Fields. Tay, little scoop shot. That won't go. And Broome starts the Golden Flashes answer. Morales to Davis. Top of the key. Way short.
Talking about Jones and Kelly. Jones and Kelly. You can't lose them. Here's Sharp. Too strong on the jumper. And Broome.
offense. That defensive effort and creating, taking that lob away, going the other way for two.
Boy, Cardwell just ran
over. Has a built-in help defender on that early touch by Janai Broome and Wade Taylor. I think they will send multiple bodies at Broome all night.
Obaseki feeling it.
Wants to, with guys like Howard probably getting a lot of minutes tonight with Denver Jones maybe not available.
Phelps fouled before the strip. It'll be the first on the freshman. Manny Obaseki had a miraculous March last year for A&M. They'd love to get him going. Hefner fighting in the
cutter and then switch.
Pettiford just did it to switch on to Butler. Butler trying to back him down. Knocked away. It is out of bounds, and it's Auburn. The ankle. Chandler didn't go up with it. Kicked it out to Brea. Brea having to put it on the deck. Drives and draws the foul.
But look what Kentucky.
Padula driving, looking for contact, and he's denied by the rim with a left. Good ball fake. Contact, and it hangs on and falls through.
Well, they might get a...
Davis leans in, and a foul is called on Pettiford. That's it.
And just when Alabama seems like they're getting even the slightest bit of momentum, Auburn shuts the door on them.
And others to have success on the interior.
Oh, Forsythe says, get off me, but can't finish. Wagee, he can.
71-62 Auburn. Looking to make a move, Morrell, and a whistle before that shot. Not a huge scoring day, but a big bucket and a three-point play. Off the double fake, the shot in the air by Murray, and he'll take the hit. 126.
Johnson playing together. This is nothing foreign to him.
And Hubbard will draw the whistle.
Jason Kitt has checked in for the Longhorns as well. Here's Tremont Mark. Had it knocked away by
defender. I think Dylan Cardwell's their best help defender.
Foster the spin, and another Auburn foul. Knipple back to Foster, 10 to shoot. Foster some really good minutes in the first half. Everything but the finish on that drive. Foster, they switch out on him, now flagged. Shot clock inside 4, and the turnaround, he draws a foul. And Walter, who in the first two games for Memphis scored 49 points, has yet to score today. But they are staying with...
He's also made himself available on the offensive end.
And Jay, that's the 5th assist of the game already for Broome. He may threaten a triple-double here today. Basically bang on right here. Haggerty. Hoists it up, doesn't draw iron
in the first half.
So we'll keep an eye on Baker Mazzara. Interesting back-to-back nights having to tend to that knee as
that one's taken away.
Terrence Arsenault on the floor after an Achilles tear last year. 23 and White is back. Uzan gets it to go.
You feel the energy? I thought he held it. I do. I really think he held it, but it certainly looked like a travel, Rich.
Here's Uzan with the seam. Left hand for Milos Uzan.
Vermont needs an answer. Bogue spinning. Lost it up and score. Howard with 7 tonight for Auburn. Nice play to the basket. Sean Blake wins the foot race.